Hey, what's going on, everyone? I appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this Fallout 76 video. In this one, I'm going to be getting into some update news, and I'm going to be covering something that I feel like is important to make a video over, because this kind of deal doesn't come around all the time. I want you guys to know about this. So yeah, consider leaving a like on the video if you do find this enjoyable. The support is greatly appreciated. Let's see if we can get this video to surpass, I don't know, 500 likes or something. As always, that's totally up to you. Just leave a reminder here at the beginning if you want to take the time to support this video. But yeah, first things first, I want to get into something that you guys don't want to miss out on. I recommend trying to log into the game sometime within the time frame of July 21st to the 23rd. I know it's already the 22nd, and I apologize about getting this out a day later than I realized that this was in the game, but I figured I would make a video over this, shedding some light on this, just so you all don't miss this. I almost missed this myself, not realizing that this was in the game. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. In case you don't know, over at Foundation right now, you can find Minerva over here, and she is selling the Secret Service armor set. This is something that I'm still needing to complete, and I figured some others may need to complete this as well. I'm actually getting all the allies first though, personally. But yeah, you can get a deal on every single Secret Service piece right now. And as some of you may know, Secret Service is like the best armor set that you can get your hands on in the game. So if you're looking to save some gold bullion, now is the time. These are pretty pricey from regs if you go and try to purchase these regularly. You're saving a lot of gold bullion. This increases your chances by a lot to get the full set, instead of taking as much time as it would normally take to get the full set. For an example, the Secret Service limbs, like left arm, left leg, right arm, and right leg, typically cost 750 gold bullion. So you're saving a whopping 187 gold bullion each purchase from just each limb purchase. And as for the Secret Service chest piece, that typically costs us 1,250 gold bullion. So you're saving 312 gold bullion by making that purchase for the chest piece. So yeah, I'm just saying, this is an incredible deal. I will mention the Secret Service helmet isn't worth it at all. You don't need that to complete the set, because you can't make a helmet unyielding or whatever legendary armor you're trying to go for. The helmet doesn't become legendary whatsoever. And all it really does is benefit you some protection from airborne diseases and stuff. So yeah, it's not that crucial. It's not going to increase like your resistance by a lot or anything. Keep that in mind. It's a big waste. Worry about the limbs and chest piece. Start purchasing them now while Minerva is around. I'd recommend. She's going to be here until July 23rd. I recommend getting these now for a deal while you can. Also, there's some other goodies that you can purchase from her too that you may be interested in, like the Chemist's backpack mod or formidable dirt tiles. You can, save a bit of gold bullion by purchasing from her. Maybe even the symptomatic. That's another good one. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to get that out to you guys first because I feel like that's some important info to know. Now I'm going to be getting into some other important info I feel is important to know, and that is the 22 gigabyte update that they just released today. There's some pretty nice changes and fixes within this update that I figured you guys would like to know about if you don't. But yeah, as you see here, this is the Bethesda article of this new update that just came out July 22nd. Here are the gigabyte downloads: 15.7 for PC, 22.7 gigabyte download for Xbox, and a 15 gigabyte download for PlayStation, and about a 3 gigabyte download for Steam on PC. So let's get into the C.A.M.P updates that they just had. There's quite a bit to go over in this, so sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully there was an issue that was fixed that some of you may have been bothered. So yeah, go ahead and listen in. You don't even really have to watch this video for real, you just listen in. It's kind of like a podcast in a way. But yeah, as you can see here are the C.A.M.P changes and whatnot. Reduced the wood cost to build the fire watchtower from 25 to 5. Fixed a missing texture issue with the atomic ceiling light. Corrected several typos for buildable and craftable items. Increased the build limit of several flag variants from 3 to 25. Covered bridge cap and covered bridge deck have been updated to correctly cost wood instead of steel. Canoe planer now plans to correct destruction effects. Fixed an issue with the tool shed's radiant power area not extending to the top. Fixed an issue where the seaweed scrap box did not show as a premium item. Fixed an issue with the industrial fusion core recharger, which caused it to become unresponsive in certain circumstances. Updated the Sphinx cat and Bombay cat beds to use separate models to avoid a cat fight. Caged Owl now grants the correct materials upon destruction. Updated the placement and destruction sound effects for the Cappy statue signs. Okay, so that is the changes for the camp. Let's get into the combat. Fix an issue where daily ops, alien, and enemies could drop stacks of unusable alien blaster rounds. Fix an issue where the imposter assaultron head weapon did not play sound effects when firing. Fix an issue where the electro enforcer's name did not change when applying the overcharged weapon mod. Fix an issue where sometimes corpse meat piles, ash piles, and loot bags disappear before the player can loot them. Now to the Ghoul fixes. Fix an issue where the bomb scientist perk incorrectly applied damage over time. Fix an issue where ghouls could contract diseases. Fix an issue where certain headwear would become stretched when worn by ghouls. Fishing fixes. Fix an issue where fish were slightly offset when displayed in a curved fish display. Fix an issue where fishing in rainy weather in Skyline Valley did not progress to catch a fish in the rain challenge. Weapons fixes. Fix an issue where sound would get stuck on chainsaw and auto axe when attacking after action point was drained. Fix an issue where the industrial paint for the plasma caster did not apply to the barrel. The depth, tambo, cattle prod, and plasma cutter weapons no longer make cloth, and several other objects bleed when striking them. Fix an issue with the M16 style handmade skins, alignment for glow and iron sights. Now to the outfits. Update the snorkel mask to prevent damage from airborne hazards. Fix an issue with the Mothman wing clipper backpack not correctly displaying its dynamic name and crafting. Fix an issue where certain masks and bandanas clip through female faces when equipped. Now to the UI fixes. There's some good fixes here. Fix an issue where the mods list text would overlap with the crafting or modification menu. Updated the help menu feral section. Addressed typos with the help menu. Updated all Ghoul perk cards to have the green border and burnt card textures on their cards. Mr. Fuzzy Antenna Ball Backpack Flare has been correctly renamed Mr. Fuzzy Antenna Ball Backpack Flare. Apologies for not putting the correct amount of respect onto Mr. Fuzzy's name. Fix an issue where the item stats box could overlap other menus. The Gunrunner perk animation will not have the Vault Boy flipped mid-animation. Updated the Vault Storage Facility Shelter entrance to correctly identify the item as an entrance. Fix an issue where the transfer menu would fail to show all items when using Take All from nearby corpse. That is great right there. That's some great news. I know this was a problem for a lot of players. Fix an issue where the Icebreaker's Cryo Cold Harbor description could appear in the Pip-Boy. And so far I'm not seeing any fixes with the crashes. I know there are players still experiencing crashes. If you are experiencing crashes, feel free to jot down below in the comments and what console you are experiencing crashes on. I know they do have plans in the future to do an update for next gen. It's literally going to be like a Fallout 76 next gen update where literally Fallout 76 is for next gen. They're going to be updating the graphics and doing a whole overhaul to the game in the future. The developers did announce that. Also, there's plans for a huge update to be coming, the biggest update ever to be coming at the end of this year, which I'm freaking stoked about. Anyways, carrying on here though to the miscellaneous fixes. Updated various premium item names to display their missing their atomic shop symbol. Fix an issue where the player's character appears gloved in first person when the nurse outfit is equipped. Fix an issue where the player can see inside their arms when sitting on Tiki bar stool. Fix an issue where the no mic emote continued to play after the action was cancelled. Fix an issue where the players could not fast travel to old Danielson cabin. Fix an issue where too many caps would be charged to respawn if you became over encumbered during death. Oh wow. Fix an issue where Jensen Root was not affected by Verdant Season and Backwoodsman 4. Fix an issue where Power Armor Headlamp was misaligned in third person when the Hydrotech Exo Power Armor paint was applied. So quite a bit of fixes there. It's unusual how big of an update this was though, for what seems to be not that much, but maybe there was some big problems they had to squash within this, and it took a lot of gigabytes to, fix it. Hopefully these don't come back as problems in another future update. There always seems to be some kind of future problem out of a future update. Like I mentioned before, I know the biggest update ever is planned to be coming in December, which is really right around the corner, guys. We're getting there. It's coming fast. Started a family YouTube channel, and I would love your guys' support. A link to that new channel will be down below in the description. Basically, this is like a Kickstarter for my son to get into video editing and stuff. So yeah, we're just making like a fun family YouTube channel, but he also be, vlogging some of his wrestling tournaments and showing off his skills that he's been working hard at. But yeah, I'd highly appreciate it if you guys go and check out his video that he made. He would freaking love it. I'll let him read the comments and, just the support that you guys may leave on the video, motivating him to, keep going. Trust me, he is motivated, but it'll just give him more motivation, if you know what I'm saying. definitely appreciate it. A link down below in the description will be to that channel. I'll actually have the link to the video that we recently put together. So yeah, check that out. It's basically just an introduction to my son. Yeah, just wanted to talk about this at the end. Yeah, that's about wrapping up this video though, guys. Appreciate y'all checking out this Fallout 76 video. Definitely stay tuned for more content. I'm going to try to get more on the grind so I can be able to afford these good camps that are coming in the future. But yeah, that's about wrapping up this video, everyone. Until next time, guys. Peace.